Hi everyone, so in today's video I am going to be doing a day to nighttime makeup look. I already have my base on. Well, primer, foundation, a little bit of cream contouring, my eyebrows, and I just set the outer perimeters of my face. I do not have any under eye concealer. I do not apply under eye concealer until I am fully done with my makeup. So this is a perfect way to also look very put together on Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day. So yeah, I am going to start off with the eyes. So as always, we are going to start with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15. Of course, I would always go ahead and prep the eyes. Makeup look from daytime to nighttime. You want to have your eyelids fully prepped. Just add a little bit to the bottom lash line. Alright, so I was looking in my eyeshadow collection and I noticed I have not done a tutorial with this palette. It is the ColourPop California Love palette. It even has like a pressed glitter, which honestly this would be perfect for the holidays. I guess I'm going to start off with this color right here, which is pretty much a cream colored, and that shade is called Gravity. And from what I can tell, I think, oh yeah, that is definitely a blending shade. It looks a lot lighter in the pan, let me say, but no, that's definitely a blending shade. And I'm going to use a brush that I haven't used in a while, and it is one of my favorite brushes. It is a really soft and fluffy blending brush, and it is by It Cosmetics. This was actually sent to me by It Cosmetics, and it is the number 5, and it was sent to me quite some time ago, like at least a couple years ago. And I love this. I feel like It Cosmetics brushes are so like underrated. They have amazing quality brushes. Their face brushes are my favorite brushes. So let me continue packing this on, and as I go I will blend in the areas where I feel like it needs to be blended. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this one now, and this one is probably going to be a little bit darker than it looks in the pan, just as this one was. This one looks so just straight up like a skin tone shade, and it is not. It is a light blending shade. So we're going to take this one now. So yeah, the first shade is Gravity, and this next one is Laguna, and I'm going to start off here. Wow, that is a lot more orangey toned than I expected, but we'll apply it anyways. Okay, so going to take Laguna and begin to just add it to the outer crease and the outer corner of the eye, and then we can blend it so that it's not as intense as it looked. These are so pigmented. feel like it looks a lot less orange. These colors are so... I have never experienced this actually with ColourPop eyeshadows. I feel like they always end up looking true to what they look like in the pan, but for this eyeshadow palette, I feel like they're more intense. Like that. So I feel like maybe I need to bring back a little bit more brown to the look with the Bay. And we're going to apply it on top of that shade, but we're going to bring it in a little bit more halfway into the crease. That definitely brought the brownish tone back to the makeup look. I want to bring a little bit of light back into the eyes, so I'm going to do this color right here into the inner corner of the eye, and that shade is called Cruisin', and that is a very goldeny shade. Okay, so hopefully I can kind of just diffuse that a little bit. Since we do not have more of an inner corner highlight, I'm going to take this one. This is by GRWM Cosmetics, and it is more of a light champagne. Go in with that color from the GRWM palette. Yeah, that just looks a lot better now. So now going back to the California Love palette, I'm going to take this brown right here with an angled brush, and that shade is called Mission, and I'm pretty sure it's because, well, if you've been to California, you live in California, you know there are many missions throughout the state, which are beautiful to visit. So just going to create like a small halfways wing, because in the daytime I wouldn't necessarily, well, nowadays I think that my makeup style has changed, evolved, and I don't see myself in the middle of the day wearing jet black liquid black eyeliner. So yeah, this is something that I would definitely do just to add a little bit of definition to the eyes, and it just overall makes your eyes look a little bit more lifted and a lot prettier. I want to make sure that it is a little bit more smudged out and not like too precise. Now look at how much of that lifted up the eye versus this eye. Okay, so honestly that would be it for my makeup look. Now I am going to do a coat of mascara, and for me personally I add lashes because I have very thin, short, sparse lashes, so I definitely need to add lashes, although I would not add such dramatic lashes as I would at night. Now this mascara is a Mexican brand, and it is from the brand Prosa. It is supposed to be a waterproof formula, and it is supposed to lengthen your lashes. You always want to make sure you get the inner corner lashes coated because those are going to be showing. Alright, so now we're going to add half lashes. If you watched my previous tutorial, you saw me use these. I pretty much took very cheap lashes and cut them in half and then stacked the inner half on the outer half for some extra volume and dimension. So I'm going to add these. Alright, so now you can just fix them to your eye. And just look at that. I mean, yes, they're a bit dramatic for outer lashes, but they're not a full-on lash, so it's going to look, like I said, glam, but appropriate for a daytime makeup look. Right, so before I do bronzer and blush, I'm going to do my lips. So even though it's the daytime, I feel like I like my nudes during the day and in evenings, nights as well. So even if my makeup is going to transition from daytime to nighttime, I like to play up the eyes a little bit more. So like probably deepen them up a little bit more, add a little bit of shimmer, but I will most likely keep the lips the same. And yeah, so I am going to be using one of my favorite lip liners, and it is the KKW Nude Lip Liner in 1.5. The only thing I don't like is that the lip liner comes out. Annoying because I have dropped it. Okay, so I like using more of a brownish lip liner just because I feel like it makes my lips look a little bit bigger than they actually are. Now this is still, I feel like, in the nude family, but it's not a straight up nude like concealer like nude. Now this one is by Dose of Colors. I love this lipstick. It's, I think, from the Katie and Desi collection. So I'm going to apply this. And I like that it makes my lips look a lot fuller. So as you can see, it pretty much ties in with the whole eye look. Now during the day, believe it or not, I'm not much of a highlighting type of girl, you could say, and also I don't wear too much under eye concealer. If I do, it is just very little. So for my under eye concealer, I'm using the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and I am just going to add the tiniest bit, and I'm also adding it to the forehead, and I'm just going to take this flat brush by MAC and blend it out. See, it blends out right away. I didn't add too much because during the day, I want to look a lot more natural, even though I'm wearing a pretty full face of makeup. As you can see, it looks a little bit more brighter on the under eye area. Now, during the day, I hardly ever set the under eye area, and if I do, it's just like a very minimal amount of powder. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this color, and I know it looks a little bit dark in the pan, but I'm just going to take the tiniest bit and warm up my face. So you take that much. As you can see, that just adds a little bit of warmth to the face. If you guys want a super pigmented contour palette from the drugstore, you definitely need these Kokie Cosmetics powder contour palette. I love this contour palette. I bought this at Rite Aid Pharmacy, so yeah, it is very pigmented. As you can see, I added the tiniest bit, and it added so much warmth to the face. I'm actually wearing the foundation today. Forgot to mention that. I'm wearing the Kokie foundation. I'm taking whatever's left on the angled brush and just running it along the bottom lash line. I'm not adding any more eyeshadow because I don't want it to look darker, you know? I want to keep the lightness. In case you guys are wondering, this is the foundation. This is the Skin Perfect HD foundation by Kokie Cosmetics. I have a lighter shade, and then I have this one, which is 40W. Now I did mix it with the lighter shade. My favorite drugstore blush, and it is Luminoso by Milani. And yeah, this is Luminoso by Milani Cosmetics. Highly recommend Milani blushes. Alright, so this is the final daytime makeup look. As you can see, it is very natural with, even though I'm wearing a full face of makeup, it looks very natural and just very wearable. I didn't do much color on the eyes. As you saw, just 2 eyeshadows and inner corner highlight and half lashes with a lighter lip. So yeah, this is the daytime version. Now we are going to move on to the night version of the makeup look. So now we are going to begin to transition into nighttime. So first of all, I'm going to remove my half lashes. I'm going to put my hair back. Alright, so now I am going to go back into the California Love eyeshadow palette by ColourPop. Okay, so I think I'm going to mix the Bay with Laguna now. And then I'm going to take this deeper brown to deepen up the outer crease and outer corner of the eye. So I'm mixing those 2 shades, and I'm going to just really deepen this up and I'm going to blend it a little bit higher. And now I am actually bringing it all the way in. Now that deeper color in the palette, Gold Rush, I feel like it has more of a brownish reddish undertones, so I'm thinking that's the way it's going to shade. Yeah. Okay, so this one is showing up pretty true to what it looks like in the pan, and I'm going to use this color to intensify the look. Okay, so now that we have that deeper tone, we are going to make the very outer corner a little bit darker and smokier. For that, I'm taking this shade right here, which seems to be more of a true brown. It looks like it has a little bit of some sort of like little flecks of shimmer, but I don't know if they transfer onto the eyes. So I'm just going to concentrate it right here and begin to just blend it out in the same spot because I don't want it to go up too high. So I'm using a much smaller blending brush, as you can see. This one is actually by Morphe, and it is definitely my favorite brush that they carry or that I've tried by Morphe, and it is the M506. I can't see the shimmers. I mean, if I look at it in the pan, it has some very noticeable shimmers, but I don't really see them on the eye. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the bottom lash line. So for the bottom lash line, I'm going to use the two colors that I used first, which were Laguna and Bay, and I'm going to run them along the bottom lash line. I am going to add this shade right here, which is beautiful. It looks like crushed gold metal, to be honest. It's a gorgeous shade. It is in the color Diego, as probably San Diego. So I'm going to add it with my finger first, as I did on the other eye, and then I just kind of brought it up a little bit onto the crease. Now this eyeshadow, I feel like is a bit crumbly. It kind of like comes off in little chunks if you press too hard. But yeah, we're just going to apply it with a smaller brush so that I can get a little bit more precision. I'm not doing a cut crease, anything like that. I'm just applying it all over that lid space and up into the crease. And just look at how beautiful that looks. That is definitely a festive eyeshadow. Now I'm going to add it to this part of the bottom lash line, just to kind of tie in the whole thing. Supposed to work, except, oh, okay. So I'm just going to apply it on top of that with my finger. I don't see really much fallout with that glitter shade, so I'm just going to press it on, and pretty much just on top of that other color, and that took it to a whole new level. That is so intense. Just what it looks like. It's a pressed glitter, and I didn't really think it would transfer onto the eyes like that, but it did, and I have no fallout. Okay, so now I'm going to add the same inner corner highlight that I added first time. I'm going to add whatever's left on my brush on the brow bone. Okay, so now to make my inner corner highlight a little bit brighter, I'm taking one of my favorite MAC pigments, and it is vanilla, and going to add it on top of that. It just brightens it up even more. And I'm going to just reapply it, because I feel like with the glitter shadow it gets kind of lost, and I also want it to fade into the glitter. Okay, so I went ahead and added some under eye concealer again, and this time I am going to add some translucent powder to the under eye area, just because I want it to look a lot more flawless. I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way, and I'm going to apply it with a beauty sponge, which is by Wet n Wild. Okay, so as you can see, my lashes are a lot more dramatic because they wing out, they're fuller, they're a full-on lash, and I already set the under eye concealer and just reset the rest of my face so that it's again just very locked into place my foundation, and I won't have any shine coming through. So now I can reapply some bronzer, and this time I'm going to contour as well. So again, I'm taking the same color that I used from the Kokie Cosmetics contour palette. So now to further define the face, contour it, I'm going to use this color right here, which is the Balm Take Home the bronzer. But as you can see, it has a gray undertone, so it is perfect to contour. So I'm pretty much just going to take it with this NARS Ida brush and just really concentrate it right here. I never take it too low. Alright, so now I'm going to use the Anastasia Radiance Blush Kit, and I'm actually going to take this color. So it's a little bit deeper, and I'm going to mix it with that first one. So going to begin the apples of the cheek and bring it upwards. Okay, so now for my highlight, I'm going to take the kit That Glow, and I'm taking this shade right here, which is called Dripping in Gold, and I'm going to apply it with a smaller brush because I want it to be a little bit more precise when I apply it and not like all over the place. Now I can slightly blend it with my highlighting brush. This one is the Morphe M510. Okay, so to the waterline, I'm adding this Koki Cosmetics eye kohl pencil in gilded gold, and it is called the Velvet Smooth Eyeliner. Okay, so I lined my lips again, and this time I used Whirl by MAC. Okay, so for my lips, I'm going to do something a little bit darker. So I'm going to do this ColourPop lippy stick in Who Run This, and it is a matte X formula. Exactly the shade that I feel like is deeper, but it looks a lot more glam, and it's not too red either, so it's like a perfect terracotta type of color. Alright, so this is the final makeup look. So as you can see, it is not that hard to turn a day look into a night look, and I really like how this came out. I am definitely very impressed with that ColourPop California Love eyeshadow palette. And yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this day to nighttime makeup look for the holidays. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.